Yeah, the Mojave is a pretty huge place. I wonder if I'll ever see everything on it. Paladin.
Hey, you here to pay your respects too? It commemorates the Battle of Hoover Dam. The Rangers lured the best of Caesar's Legion into Boulder City, then blew the whole town up. The NCR still lost a bunch of troops in the fighting, though. My older brother sacrificed himself so they could evacuate some of the wounded. Don't worry about it. To Mcarren, but I'm on leave at the moment, heading back to California to see my folks. I'm supposed to join up with a caravan that's heading that way up at the 188, but they're not due to arrive for a while yet. But
One day, hope to get a car up and running. Parking will be simple, but when you involve the others, no one's gonna steal it.
You're pretty clumsy, huh?
Your parents were killed by raiders too?
You ever see one of those behemoths? Word of advice. When they fall, don't let them land on you.
We've got a situation with some great cons right now. The brass at McCarran has ordered me to lock down the ruins until it's been resolved. One of my patrols was on its way back from Novak when it came under fire from the Great Khans. They radioed for reinforcements, but instead of waiting for us, they chased the Khans into the ruins where they were caught in a crossfire. No deaths, but not all the squad got out. The Khans have Private Ackerman and Private Gilbert as hostages. Once the Great Khans have been killed or captured, you're welcome to retrieve any property they've taken from you. Normally I'd turn... All right. I'm I'm going to give you a chance to talk to the Great Khans. If we hear shooting, we'll be coming in. Good luck.
What the hell? You're that courier Benny wasted back in Goodspring. Alright, quit fucking around. You survived and you tracked us down. What now? Don't have it. Benny stole it right before he stabbed us in the back. He's probably back at the strip by now, laughing at me. What's to negotiate? We'd try to bribe our way out, but seeing as how Benny didn't pay us yet. And face NCR just... Right, and they'd probably give us all medals, too. Maybe I should kill a hostage because you... found... He's one of the chairmen, big shots that run the Tops Casino in New Vegas. A friend from the city contacted me with info on a big job. I should have known that the caps were too good to be true, but there was still no way I could pass up the chance. It's just a big fancy poker chip as far as I know. Don't know why anyone would make one out of platinum, though. He's a snake, that's why. He owed us the rest of the pay for the job, so maybe he didn't want to pay up. I'm not afraid of a gunfight, but I'd rather get back to Red Rock without a few extra holes in me if I... I'm getting real tired.
How are the negotiations with the Great Khan? You mean, just let them go? How would I? 500 caps would go a long way for some... This doesn't feel quite right, but it resolves things and gets my troopers back in one piece.
I'm getting real tired of talk. And we are out of here. Here, a souvenir for you. It's Benny's lighter. Shove it up his ass when you catch up with him.
Once I met these two fellas running around.
The Great Khans can go. It's one of the biggest sources of electrical power in the region, so the NCR's fortified the place pretty heavily. When President Kimball shows up on his inspection tour, I'm sure he'll be confident that the dam's safe and secure. It's probably just a political thing. You know, give a few speeches, shake hands with the troops, boost morale. Destroyed during the Battle of Hoover Dam a couple years ago, the town was set up as a trap for Caesar's Legion. The sharpshooters... Camp McCarran is the headquarters for the NCR military in this region. It occupies the old airport next to New Vegas. They're an outlaw group primarily trafficking in drugs and other contraband. They usually stay out of NCR territory, though. This...
I got a private contract request a while ago, asking if I want to clear out Vault 34 for medical supplies and other loot. That's the girls.
You ever wonder where all that Nuka-Cola comes from?
Fancy meeting you here. Just rolling along on my spurs. Looks like I just might make it to New Vegas after all. Yep. Guess it's just down to you and Fancy Pants. I wouldn't worry about him. He looks all hat and no cattle, if you ask me. Yep. This is getting mighty embarrassing. People gonna start to talk. Fancy Pants? No, I ain't seen hide and hair of him since the tussle in Good Springs. I'm sure he ran back to the soft living of New Vegas, though. Look me up when you get to New Vegas. I'll buy the first round.
One day, I hope to get a car up and running. Parking will be simple, but when you involve the others, no one's gonna steal it. Do you know Randall? He gave me a contract. Time's money. That's the best way to do stories about Mississippi.
Once I met these two fellas running around, yelling about Malcolm Holmes. Honestly surprised they hadn't blown themselves up yet.
No offense, but you look like you've... Huh. Well, in that case, I take it back. You look pretty good, given the circumstances. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground. Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family, whatever they need. Yeah, I'm not worried. they can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level? I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them? That's okay. I wouldn't expect anybody to. I think they tend to keep to themselves. Hey, so where are you headed anyway? Guess we have that in common then. I'll be honest, you're the first person I've run across out here that looks like she can really handle herself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together, help each other out. Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along? Sure, just don't ever ask me if your outfit makes you look fat. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh?
The guys put the monorail back to work.
You know, I told a friend that Nuka-Cola was 3 times as likely to give you diabetes than smoking will give you lung
I hear a
cancer.
troublesome Legion camp got
He
razed
also
to the
started
ground.
smoking. It's a true fact.
I had one of those hide-a-key rocks outside of my door, but I didn't keep a key in it. I just had a note in there that said, "Fuck you."
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
You ever hear about this guy in Black Tower?
You a merc? 'Cause hell yes, ma'am. Well, they mustered me out a year ago. Administrative discharge. It means my CO was an asshole and I told him to eat shit. He ordered me to flog a couple deserters. Those kids didn't desert. They just got liquored up on the strip and missed roll call. I don't know what else the brass expects. Half these kids don't get more than 2 weeks of training before they ship them out here. Sure. Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Talking everyone's ear off.
I used to be an adventurer like you until I had a tomahawk to the groin.
Once I met these two fellas running around, yelling about Malcolm Holmes.
Prim as a new sheriff.
Honestly surprised they
keep the
hadn't
powder
blown
gators
themselves
away.
up yet. You're pretty clumsy, huh?
Welcome to Repcon headquarters, Rocketeer. Come all this way to see our little facility, have you? I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have, within specified parameters. And if you'd like, I can provide a tour of our museum. Excellent, excellent. Please be patient. The tour will begin in just a moment. Ready for the Repcon tour, Rocketeers? Courtesy of the fine folks at Robco, I'll be your guide today on the path of scientific discovery. In the lead line case behind me is a spent radioactive rod from one of our old reactors. No need to stand too close. Let's move along, shall we? Look here. A row of multicolored plasma fuels. Careful. They may look safe to drink, but your stomach is the last place they should be. Why the difference in cylinder size? Refining our production methods has resulted in higher yields of fuel over time. That's why. How may I serve you? Copy, Master. To my right, you can see a sample of some old safety barrels Repcon once used to store radio... active waste. Perfectly safe. On my left is an example of a mountain of Repcon safety barrels some legislators claim are poisoning our environment. Ridiculous. behind me is our most recent rocket project, which we're keeping under our hats until launch, if you'll pardon the expression. And in front of me is a model, not actual size, of the launch dome we are using to set... and our rockets screaming into orbit.
Well, this is new and different. This reminds me of Detroit.
Now, these colorful fellows behind me are Repcon's earliest experiments in flight. Feel free to read the plaque. And learn, Rocketeers! Now for the highlight of our tour. Due to a generous donation from Rodco, this next exhibit showcases the wondrous world of robots. Around you are the incredible iBot, the fearsome SentryBot, and the always helpful Mr. Handy. That helpfulness runs through our whole line. This is the final stop on our tour. This model of our solar system is a small example of where the partnership between Rodco and Repcon hopes to go. See those little rockets zipping about? They are manned by robots, tirelessly looking for resources to mine on planets beyond our own. And that's it for our tour today, Rocketeers. Rodco and its tiny partner Repcon thank you. Any further questions? Please, feel free to ask.
Once I met these two fellas running around, yelling about Malcolm Holmes. Honestly surprised they hadn't blown themselves up yet.
How may I serve you, mistress?
Wish it would snow.
You're pretty clumsy, huh?
Vegas.
Because I've got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
I got a private contract request a while ago, asking if I want to clear out all 30 girls.
That's a surprise.
They'll never see us coming.
Sand bastard.
You ever see one of those behemoths? Word of advice. When they fall, don't let them land on you.
Enough of that.
You heard of the boomers. Bunch of corn-fed madmen if you ask me.
You're pretty clumsy, huh? Once, I met this fellow with a big stash. He said he was on a mission to destroy all radios. Thankfully, I don't fall into that category.
Be careful, buddy.
Sounds like New Vegas.
You ever wonder where all that Nuka-Cola comes from?
I love the Wasteland. I love its dirty people and its syphilis-infested whores.
Days go by when someone doesn't get tricked.
Normally I have to pay to get... like this.
Paladin, Paladin, where do you roam? Paladin, Paladin, where do you roam?
I heard of a couple of nutters wandering the wastes. One's a magician, and the other has some shotgun fetish. Or was it a foot fetish?
Hostiles incoming!
Whoops! I was only gonna kill him a little bit.
I got a private contract. Request a while ago, asking if I went to clear out Vault 34 from medical supplies and other loot. like
You're
girls.
pretty clumsy, huh?
Alright, I feel better.
Hey!
Whoops!
Dead.
I was only gonna kill him a little bit.
You heard of the rumors. Bunch of contract nothing anything last time. You heard of the rumors. Bunch of contract nothing if you ask me.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
We
Hey.
won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
There's a man out here who keeps that.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with... Pack of drugged-out killers. They're addicted to every stim, every pill, every psychoactive enema on this fucked up earth. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. Good. That's damn good. I figure it's about time we got lucky out here, so maybe you can snuff one of these maniacs. First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nafai. He's fast, and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron. Hence his name. And finally, Cook. Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash. They've all killed good NCR men, and plenty of mercs too. You go after them, any of them, you're in for a hell of a fight. So, which one is it gonna be? One thing I should tell you about Cook. Piece of shit is pure animal. He raped one of my snipers, and that makes this personal. Also, he's got a flamethrower, and he's damn good with it. From what I hear, he either rapes or burns every living thing he gets his hands on. Only one man's gotten close to killing him, and that's Little Buster. So he says, anyway. Maybe it's bullshit, but I'd still ask him about it. Bounty hunter. Talks big. But he's still alive, so he can't be completely full of shit. I think he's out in the yard, waiting to claim a couple bounties. One more thing. If you want the full reward, you need to bring me a recognizable head. My superiors need proof they're gone. That means no headshots, no decapitations till after they're dead, and no damage to the face. If you want to be safe, aim for the chest. You bring me a head that looks like a rotten tomato, people will be doubting, and I won't be authorized to pay the entire bounty. Good luck to you, and don't get careless.
Around covering every inch of the Mojave and the DC Capital Wasteland.
Nelson's back in our hands.
Price of cigars.
We can defend it this time.
Into a draw.
Let me guess. You got work for me, right? Well, you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. As soon as I pick up some caps that Daughtry owes me, I'm out of this scrapyard. The rapist with the flamethrower? Yeah, that's a combination I stay the fuck away from. I was stalking him for a while. Real good at that. Watching people from where they can't see me, you know? Only one thing I learned about that asshole. Keeps a bunch of Brahmins. Most of them he roasts whenever he feels like it. But there's one. Must be his pet or some shit. Doesn't let anybody near that Brahmin. Somebody puts a bullet in her, I bet that'd piss him off good. Might make him careless, too. Well, shit. Feel free to stick a knife in the old ego. Thought I made a name for myself around here. Guess that's as good a reason as any to quit this stinking trade. No glory. No easy money, no women, and no glory. Shit. I'd settle just for the women. Oh, shit, I don't know. Gotta be at least a month. Longer than I last at most jobs. Oh, yeah, a lot. Like before I was a bounty hunter, I worked as a caravan guard. You'd think that was a cakewalk, right? Wrong. Crazy bastards expected me to wake up at dawn. Forget it. It's about 2 hours after this guy hits the sack. And I need at least 10, 12 hours of sleep to do my job. Price of excellence. Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror? Of course you didn't, because they crossed paths with Lil Buster. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there, but my shit gets done. Well, hey, the field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably lots of people looking to get in once they hear I quit. Simple. Gonna make myself some easy money. I got a plan. Once I get my caps from Daughtry, I'm going to head on over to Gomorrah and win big at cards. There's not as many people playing at Gomorrah, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got this figured out. See, I thought the bounty hunting trade would be easy money, but it turns out it's hard work, so screw it. Also, I ran into this Mark who was a little too tough for me. I mean, I could have taken him. But with this guy, might have cost me some bad burns or an ass rape. I'm all for risking my life, but I'm a little sensitive about my asshole. I'm gonna roll over you.
Old Desmond a while ago. That's me if you knew, what was his name? Yeah, anyway, he was British.
Damn Brahmin crap everywhere.
ever hear about this guy in black power armor talking everyone's ear off?
Apart from it be simple, but when you bother you this, no one's gonna steal it.
It's been a long tour. All I can think about now is going back home.
Have you heard of Malcolm Holmes? Heard a couple of lunatics screaming his name a while ago. Shortly followed by gunfire, go figure.
I was only gonna kill him a little bit.
Have you heard of Malcolm Holmes? Heard a couple of lunatics. Screaming his name a while ago, shortly followed by gunfire.
Sneaking up on us. Where's it come from?
Also dead.
Trouble.
Whoops. I was only gonna kill him a little bit.
The Mojave is a pretty huge place. I wonder if I'll ever see everything on it.
It's a shame the Tops is usually fully booked. Regular service.
Whoops! I was only gonna kill him a little bit.
Sister to the murder-suicide!
Hostiles incoming!
If you are not an extremist on one side or the other, you're a terrible person. Are you a Nazi? Well, at least you have an ethos.
I think I'll catch up on some.
Okay, let me know when you're ready to move out.
Should have brought something to.
Okay then. Let's get the hell out.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Right behind you.
Alright, I'll be right behind you.
Aw, just when the...
Sand bastard.
Once I met these two fellas running around, yelling about Malcolm Holmes. Honestly surprised they hadn't blown themselves up yet.
I have a couple of nutters wandering the wastes. One's a magician, the other is a shop. I heard of a couple of nutters wandering the wastes. One's a magician, the other is some shop. Fetish.
I see you're still alive, and that's promising. God damn it. That's Violet, all right. You've made me one happy son of a bitch, you know that? Here, think you can take down another... You killed another one. Let me have a look at the head. Well. Driving the Phi. Nothing to say, you son of a bitch? No tips on my golf swing? Lost a lot of good men to this psychopath. Morale's gonna be better now that he's gone. Here's the bounty I promised. I guess we can send first recon down to Camp Forlorn Hope. They need all the help they can get there. That's two psychopaths dead. If you can bring down the third, there's a bone. If that's true, that'd be the last of them. Yeah, that's Cook. Ugh, did he always smell like this, even before he was dead? And the fiends let this guy touch their food? Well, this is payback for at least one of my troopers. She'll be glad to know he's dead. Here's your caps. You've been one hell of a stroke of good luck, you know that? Those three scumbags probably killed 20 NCR troopers, and you bring them down alone. Wish I had a few grunts as good as you. Damn good working with you.
thing. Hold still. Once I met these two fellas running around, yelling about Malcolm Holmes. Honestly surprised they hadn't